It is our focus today, a focus on the infrastructure of the country and how it will impact productivity. Now, there is growing concern about the slow progress in upgrading of the country's ailing infrastructure. However, the government has made some rather firm commitments to address these challenges. They say there are plans to turn the country into a building site. To discuss this further, we're joined by Gundo Maswime, Professor of Civil Engineering at the University of Cape Town. Welcome. Thank you for your time today. We did hear the President, as he was addressing the nation, talking about turning South Africa into a construction site. But dare I say, this is not the first time we've heard such promises. There have been some rather ambitious plans for development and infrastructural upgrades in the country. How have these fared thus far?
Thank you, Tammy. And maybe we shouldn't use the title of prof yet. We can wait for another 3 years. But anyway, the plans have been made many times before. In fact, every administration has spoken about turning the country into a construction site. It looked like we had quite considerable success until about 2007, 2008. And there's been a lot of theories about why, particularly that time, we started seeing a decline at the rate at which we are rolling out public infrastructure. Most of the backlog in access to water, sanitation, even electricity, we had almost we'd done a lot of justice to trying to cover it. But I think what we are now seeing is that since the legislative framework, the key legislation that governs the delivery of public infrastructure kicked in, a lot of government departments, especially municipalities, were unable to deliver infrastructure at the same pace that they were delivering before we had this suite of legislation.